Hi, and welcome to episode 6 of the Robot Wizard podcast. As always, I'm Brink, and we've got Myth and Deer on the line. Say hello.
Hello.
And we've got some really cool new topics to discuss today. Namely, somebody yesterday watched Arnold's video and got really excited and put a Zeta on
Arnold.
Snips.
Yeah, so I like his stuff. I think he's a really entertaining guy. More so than almost any of the guys. So I check in just for sort of the entertainment value. And he was going through some battles, and this is something that was on my radar. We did have plans to cover this today. And I was watching his battle, and he was talking about how much fun it was, and it looks like a lot of fun. And so I did an impulse purchase. I did the Zeta. I decided to give Ahsoka her Zeta, and play around with it because on paper it looks fantastic. It looks like a sort of faction design defining Zeta, and lo and behold, after I started working with it, it can be. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, holy smokes. What's the Zeta now? It's like a guarantee counter or assist, right?
So it's every time a Galactic Republic ally uses a special, which you can imagine is a lot. Think about Yoda. He takes 2 turns in a row using specials. She assists. And on her assist, she's going to dispel the enemy through foresight and cleanse herself and somebody else on your team. So it becomes a passive cleanse, dispel. She hits pretty hard, and it's pretty cool.
Oh man, that's a lot of fun because it's like So who's another person who assists frequent? Do we have anybody else who is an assister but assists is a guarantee assist?
I feel like what's her name? I always forget about her.
Visas?
She was yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't
Visas,
always assist. It's like 70%, I think.
That's why it's not as good, but I feel like she did some of these mechanics where she cleansed on her assist. So these ideas have been germinating with them.
Yeah, so she's
sometimes they just aren't developed in the one tune, and they get fully developed later on in the next one.
Yeah, so it's like Visas and then Nihilus at the same time, right? With her basic, but it also hits through foresight.
I use Nihilus lead, and we used to talk about the virtues of Nihilus, and I think the most untalked about part is that dispel on basic that Sunfac, Ahsoka has, and I'm not sure if anybody else in the game has it. I think there's one of the Jedis has it. And how useful that is against taunting teams. If you combine that with the fact that she's assisting, she's constantly getting rid of these taunts so that it's almost like an anti-taunt team. I mean, how great is that to be able to bypass taunts and have those mechanics built in?
Oh man, yeah. So if any of you are following our content, if someone's forwarded one of our videos and you're tuning in for the first time, definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're at all interested in the stuff that we discuss and talk about. So yesterday, Myth Zeta Ahsoka, and he just kind of dropped a chat on the Discord channel haha, Zeta snips, and then I saw within.
By the way, just to interrupt, I had about 4 or 5 conversations with people who everyone said, "Wait, don't do this, Myth."
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've got
all right,
new content
I'm convinced. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna do this. And then the second I had the Zetas, I was like, click. That's it. I'm doing it.
I know. So you rush to that, and then I see on my my YouTube notifications on my phone Robot Wizard has posted a video, and I saw the title, and holy smokes, I was kind of blown away. Let me pull it up here. So
there's an evolution here, so you can kind of see what I was going through, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah. So all I see is GMY lead fail, but it holds its own. I'm like, what did you do, right? Because I know that you've got your Jedi aren't fully fleshed out. I think you just recently did the Jolie Zeta or something like that.
Yeah, that was my most recent one. This is where I started with, because my Anakin at this point was, I think it's 6 stars in G10, or maybe G11. So I didn't think to use him right away. But this is where I started with it because I figured it would be a good, well-balanced team. But one of the things you're looking for when you're trying something is just, do they get annihilated right away. Basically, if they're lasting in the battle, and there's a way for you to start maneuvering when there's going to be something there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like just watching it again because seeing the Ahsoka assist is so much fun. She just goes and goes and goes.
It's so useful, and there's so many clever little ways to use it as you explore. And then Malak, takes her out, but we're still in the battle, and it kind of goes downhill from here. But I know I lasted over a minute without just getting completely messed up.
Yeah, I
mean, people have some health and protection.
It puts
and look
in
at
work.
That and come back.
The revive is cool.
It totally is a great tune to plug in any situation to try to get some stability there.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, listen, this isn't explosive. You're not looking at this video and be like, all right, they're going to be able to win. But it was an opening for me to say, this is something cool to spend time with. And so I, sat down and started thinking about it and played. And when I'm doing stuff like this, I'm doing a lot of battles. Like, you're not seeing all of them, and I'm trying different things. And anything that holds or starts working or start kind of developing and kind of dialectically getting to where we're going to be in the end. But so if you go to the next battle, you're going to start seeing everyone will get a little more progress. And I was posting it in our Discord server, like, I'm getting there, guys. This is going to happen.
Yeah. So then, as I said, I was a little bit busy with stuff, so I was just like seeing these notifications pop up. But the next one was called GMY Baby Steps. I'm like, what's going on? I had paid attention. I'm like, okay, so that team, like, it didn't suck, but it didn't really do much against them. So here, you've plugged in Anakin.
We plug in Anakin, and it makes sense. This is where the synergy is. The problem with that other team was lack of DPS.
Yeah. And this
is when I sat down and saw that this is going to be a thing.
And this Gear 10 Anakin?
This is Gear 11 Anakin,
okay,
6-star, and Gear 11 Ahsoka with the Zeta. If you're able to kill a tune, you're getting somewhere. Once I was able to kill that tune, I was like, all
right. Oh, that was cool.
We needed a robot wizard instant replay.
Yeah.
Roll the tape.
I want to let this roll, but we're definitely going back and looking at that one.
It's when I'm experimenting with things, I'm looking for those moments that, like, listen, I was playing, I set that up, but did I expect that outcome? Not a chance in hell. So when I'm doing something and all of a sudden something like that happens, it stops me and I'm like, wait a second, we got something here. Now, what happens at the end of this battle is I hadn't figured out how to kill HK because I guess he's recovering health with foresight.
Yeah, he's getting...
And you'll see in later videos, I finally figured it out. But for me, it didn't matter. This was a victory. I managed to clear everybody. I'm going to work the rest of this stuff out at some point. So the rest of this is just like, 2 minutes of auto until I lost. And, you can see what's happening. HK is a very good tune.
Yeah, you're going up again. You're getting down characters on an arena meta team with, GMY lead and some Gear 11.
And a lot of the doubters and the naysayers are going to go, well, you're using Revan. And I realize that this isn't the ideal thing to do. But when you're trying to kind of bridge from one thing to another, you need something to create some stability there, a kit that's going to help you kind of get there. I hope one day to remove Revan from this so that I can run his lead somewhere else and run this. But in the meantime, let me establish that it's going to work. If it can't work with Revan, there's no way it's going to work without him.
Man, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just fun to, like, everybody's so stuck on people who aren't enjoying this, like, blast through everything offensive speed meta. If you haven't figured out how to tailor your team to win, you're probably not enjoying the meta. And you're probably also upset that, it's like, oh, well, you have to have one of two teams to win. But, well, I mean, we've got that, we've kind of showed that you can use the Grandmaster Yoda Darth Revan team reliably if you do the mods right. And then this is really cool because I want to try to get this to work just to see if I can get it to work. Like, that would be so cool to see. Like,
it's as simple as that. Just if you could find out what works
It's just fun.
It's cool in itself, but it also gives you a roadmap of where to go in the future to really explore the whole subject.
So this one, I think this is Above's team because it's that GMY team.
And this one's called Walking.
Oh, from baby steps to walking.
From baby steps, now we're walking.
I get your naming conventions now.
Yes, this is what's going on. Maybe it's called crawling, but we're going to get somewhere. Now, this isn't a Malak team, but if you want to see if something's going to work, you should be able to beat the weaker team before you beat the stronger team.
Right.
But with that right there, pause the video, Brink.
Yeah.
That was the step where I was like, wait a second. Like, I'm not just hanging in there holding my own. I am now just completely blowing them away. And HK takes out Anakin there. And I still need to figure out how to beat him at the end. And you're going to see that I do. But
did the game even show you the damage? Hang on now. This volley right there.
They didn't even show the damage.
No.
They're like, it's too big. We don't even
so
want to
big,
show it.
doesn't matter. Anakin's dead.
And you can see I thought there for a second.
There we go.
If something happens once, it could be lucky. If you see it again, it's a thing. So look at the shit. She is G11. Those are only 2 of the 3 hits she was going to get because he died. If she was G12, we're talking about a hit of 120,000.
That's potentially a 100K hit. Yeah, so kind of big hit. And remember,
kind of big hit?
Yeah.
One, it could be up to 130,000. That's her special. It doesn't start on cooldown. It like HK-47 does. And with Anakin and the GMY lead, you're basically getting a mini Illuminated Destiny right away.
Hang on, what's the
You're getting the crit damage. Her cooldown, it doesn't start on cooldown is what I'm saying. So it's 3 cooldown. You're going to be able to do this over and over again. You get offense up from Anakin. You get crit damage up from Yoda's lead. You get crit chance from Yoda's lead, and you get crit chance from Anakin as well.
There's one more thing. You can time the myth, dude. I'm telling you. I think you can time this. Yoda didn't spread defense penetration. There's another buff you can hand out.
And we were talking about other competitions with this. If you add 3PO, you get there's a lot of things we're going to be able to do with this. The team that we're using right now, the Jedi Knight Revan version of it, is to try to do cool things in Arena. But if you're going to be using this in other game modes, you're going to sub him out, and you're going to create a very strong team.
Yeah, and so you and I, let's not forget, some people don't have the Yoda Zeta. Do you know off the top of your head?
Most people don't, actually.
Yeah, because it was released, and then something like 4 days later, Bastila came out. When it was released, I did it the first day and ran it in Arena, and it was so much fun.
I did too.
And it was, I think it's the, off the top of my head, I think it is the easiest way in the game, or the most frequent crit damage up buff in the game, if I'm not mistaken.
It also gives some of the best turn meter in the game, especially when you're in dark side heavy debuff territory in the Arena.
Yeah.
So obvious, I was having the same problem here, and it was actually a conversation I had with you that helped me eventually solve this, because I hadn't dug too much into why HK-47 is recovering, and it's, I think, when buffs expire. So what I did here was stop using Yoda's special, and you're going to see that I was able to actually complete the victory. When Anakin is G12 and Ahsoka is G12, and when you're going to start seeing the evolution of playing this team better as we're going along, Anakin would have made this drop automatically with auto anyway. But.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I guess you could, you can manual play it, or I suppose auto play would maybe get it done, but no, you want to use those specials because
you want to use
HK's good. He's anti-Jedi. You have to play it.
You could use Yoda's stun special, which does a lot of damage, and eventually ends up whipping him down. But this is when I was like, all right, that's enough. This guy's got to get down so my perfect video can get out on the internet. I didn't want to lose again.
Oh man, this is super cool.
There you go. All right, and he's down.
Wonderful. Yeah, let me pull up my game real quick. I want to take a look, and let's just review the Yoda lead Zeta that probably efficient players didn't do, because this was immediately overshadowed by the Bastila lead that came out.
You would have had to have a Zeta ready and love this character, and it functioned at the time. It did allow you to be Traya. Bast lead was better, but there was something there. What it missed and what we have now are the horses to really make it work.
Actually,
you need some high damage Jedi, and we only had Ezra back then and GMY himself. But if you could stock the whole team with high damage players, it's going to be another story.
Okay, I'm reading this. I'm not, like, it might be possible to get similar results to that your test battles there without the Zeta, because the Zeta is bringing like a free tenacity up if they get a debuff. So it's sort of like gives you get debuffed initially, and then you gain a mechanic to get further resists. So it was very anti-EP at the time. Well, not very. It was like a weird thing to be anti-EP without just directly killing EP. But the turn meter, so the 30% turn meter gain is there without the Zeta.
They all work together. It's like a symphony. Yeah. And I've tried the same exact team, and I flipped GMY lead for Revan, Jedi Knight Revan lead, and I got wiped out. It's not as obvious, but when the tenacity up comes after a debuff, it creates a stabilizing force for the team. It makes it more stout. Obviously, the Jedi Knight Revan lead is amazing, but this is almost a direct counter to what this team does and what most dark side teams do. Once you get the tenacity up, Yoda spreads it in the beginning, but if they get fear, it's going to be dispelled, and it's going to be hard to get that spread again. The mechanics of the lead are making sure that it's there all the time, and once you have it, that's when the resists are going to come. And so the speed starts getting off the charts. With every resist, with every Bastila 47 buff turn, everyone's going to get full turn meter. And it's like what we were talking about. We've talked about this many times. You want a team that can take a hit and go. They can take the best punch and recover. And so the speed mechanics and the tenacity mechanics of this are allowing that to happen.
Yeah, you can be okay with like going second. Like, all right, well, I need to eat some debuffs anyway to get the free speed, so might as well go second against somebody who's got better mods, you know?
It also really adds the crit damage part of it, which is huge. It's what makes the damage scale here, so actually, let's just take a step back. Originally, in those first couple videos, I hadn't changed any mods on those tunes. They were just what they had before. Mm-hmm. And I think I had health sets on Ahsoka, and I had health sets on Anakin. And as this started working, I started realizing that it was a good idea to really focus on this and give it some of my better mods. So I put crit damage set on Ahsoka and on Anakin. And I didn't have anything. I just had speed on Yoda from the Tenacious DR team that we're running. And I changed him to my fast crit damage set too, 303 speed. So all of a sudden, if you see between videos, there's going to be a huge jump in damage output. And that's what happened on that last video. Ashoka was maybe hitting for 12,000 or something, and then all of a sudden there's 20s and there's 25s, and once those come up and you could drop the tunes quick, it made all the difference.
Yeah, I mean that 35k crit on a Gear 11 character that can scale up with get a third tap if Anakin is surviving there, who is also sub Gear 12.
It's bananas, because you could expect it to be 50,000 when everything's said and done.
So we're watching your, I guess this is your third. You did the baby steps walking, and this is running. And this was all like you put these all up in like 30 minutes.
It happened rapidly. So I decided to start tackling a Malak team. So one of the problems in the original videos is that HK is getting his special off.
Yeah.
And taking somebody out. And if you could avoid that, obviously the team's going to be better off for it. So I started sitting down and thinking about ways to take him down.
Yeah, Bastila is not as big of a threat with tenacity up just flying around.
Exactly. And if he has healing immunity, HK-47, the reconstruction doesn't work. Anakin has a good chance of landing that. And when you're doing all these gang hits, he's going to get a lot of basic attempts. Once you land that, they don't really cleanse because the team's designed to have debuffs. He's vulnerable. He doesn't have a lot of health and protection. It's easy to take him down, even if you can't crit him.
Oh.
That's it. He's gone. Well, without him, without that assassination, the threat level has diminished a lot.
So I guess I'm about to see. I wasn't keeping track. Has Savior gone off yet?
See, I believe Savior went off once, yes.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not even sure. We could rewind this and look at this again.
Well, let's just see. There's a death mark out. Let's see if you survive this. Oh, you heal. Revan and his lazy kit that does everything.
Yeah, well, in his amazing kit, really.
Okay, well, you lost somebody, and then Anakin did his thing, and then, oh my gosh.
And so that last hit from Anakin, it shows when Anakin survives, look how explosive they are. And this is against a Malak team. Now, I think Pickle asked me today, does Malak have both Zetas in this video? I don't believe he does.
Okay.
I don't want anyone to think that we're presenting this in a way we are not. This is not a counter. This is, if you sit down and you play a few battles and you get the right RNG, that it is possible to beat this team. I don't want everyone to run out and do this expecting that they're going to rise to the top of arena. You're not.
Oh, yeah, but for sure.
The potential is here. There's a Padme's coming. Anakin's about to get a Zeta. I could take Snips and Anakin to G12. There's one last video. There's more here. We should go through them because I think they're pretty cool. But where I took out Jedi Knight Revan, because ultimately I don't want him in the squad, and I put in Shore Trooper for a pre-taunt.
All right, I've got that one.
And it's like my baby sets video. They held up well. They lost. There you go. Yeah, they lost, but you could start seeing life without Jedi Revan in this team.
So this is for the having a pre-taunt to absorb insanity. Yeah.
I mean, look how much better they're holding up already. I mean, it's night and day. Jedi Knight Revan's there just to make sure they survive the opening follow to get their feet together.
Yeah, I mean, the direct focus worked pretty awesome. It gave you another mass assist, and then Savior is awesome, and his turn meter swap heal. Does that also cleanse? It probably does, because he does everything.
It does, because he does everything. Yeah. But look, listen. This isn't great. Everybody's on death's door. But remember, Ahsoka's gear 11. Ahsoka's gear 11. I keep pronouncing that wrong. Anakin's gear 11. She might have survived there. Their Sith Trooper's almost dead. It's been a minute into the video. They didn't just get wiped out right away. And this is the evolution of how we go. We're using Jedi Knight Revan to prop the team up to make it work. And then we're going to take them out and see if we can still make it work.
Yeah, quite frankly, this looks a lot like when I try and do a pure mirror match with my Darth Revan team against a faster Darth Revan team. Like, I die just as quick. It looks a lot like what just happened there. And you're running Galactic Republic.
What we're trying to establish is, where is this team in the pantheon of the Galaxy of Heroes universe? Does it belong with the First Order teams, like your BC squads? Is it your 1A squads like Jedi Knight Revan and DR with Malak? Is it right below them? And so I do these tests so I can know what to use them as. Should I use them on defense in Grand Arena? And the more I'm testing them, the more I realize you have something really powerful here. I think this could beat Commander Luke Skywalker. Not a lot of things beat that. I'm very confident this could beat Traya. Not a lot of teams beat that.
Oh, it should be able to beat Traya. And Traya's tough, because if you're doing like a territory war or Grand Arena matchup and you see like a good triumvirate team, like, you have to use one of your an arena meta team that came after Traya. CLS with Chewie is the hardest counter, but that's a really valuable team. Like, if we had a team that was like offensively really powerful that could handle that for my inventory, that would be huge.
It would be. So this experiments we're doing isn't exactly focused around arena, but it's the training ground so we can get a feel for what this team is, especially with Padme incoming. The work we're doing here, once she drops, and now that we understand all the mechanics, we're going to understand her kit and whether it makes them arena viable. And we can give advice to our guild about what to farm, and we could talk to the community about, kind of helping everybody move into a forward direction. But it's there. It's as powerful. Well, yeah. Think about it. Darth Nihilus puts a debuff out every single of your turns, the health down. And if you have tenacity up, you're going to get 30% turn meter every time you take a turn.
Oh, man, that's right.
Oh my gosh. I mean, how much speed that is. Traya's lead is slow.
It's
going to be like lightning.
It's going to be Zeta Finn. Wasn't Zeta Fin 30% on expose?
It is. It's going to be very similar to that type of speed and endless turns. And so, yeah, it's like almost Zeta Fin came back. And so if you sit down and work on this team, regardless of whether you use it in arena or not, you're going to find that it works.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Right after I did that Zeta, the first match I felt the Zeta. The Zeta is amazing. Do the Zeta. Don't stop. Do it right now.
I did. Myth, I did. So anybody listening to this, we were recording earlier, and I recorded applying the Zeta to Ahsoka. Ahsoka's one of my favorite characters in the Star Wars universe. I've always been super bummed out that she's not fabulous in the game. I popped it on like 45 minutes ago, and I'm super happy about that. I've got my snips with the Zeta there. I've been pushing her gear. Got her to gear 11 last night. I got Anakin to gear 12 today. I know, Myth, that you were just saying like, oh, now don't go rush out and think that this is an arena meta thing. But if I can get this to work, you better believe you're gonna see me put in Grandmaster Yoda lead on top of arena whenever I can.
I haven't taken them out; they're still in there.
I just think it's fun.
I'm gonna try to climb today with it.
It's fun, like. Like people were pooping on the General Grievous rework and like, oh, it doesn't automatically beat whatever. And we had a guy in our guild who beat Jedi Revan teams with General Grievous, and he was just like, yeah, I don't know what everybody's talking about. It works for me. I think there's situations where like this is, maybe not everybody's an endgame player. I just think it's super cool that this is something like. That it's possible for one of these like non-meta teams to have a shot at Darth Revan.
It's like everything in life. You're going to get back what you put into it. If you spend time and you do, you're going to find things that other people aren't. But what it really is fun. Yeah. Whatever happened, just having a little fun playing a video game. And so that's the whole reason I'm doing this. I enjoy this. This whole podcast came from Brink and I having fun doing this. And we figured, let's just share the fun with everybody and see if people dig it.
So I went ahead and I put some mods on my team, sort of under very little guise of just like, okay, well, let's do crit damage. Do you want to do I kind of wanted to play a squad arena battle right now and see. Really quick though. I've got Yoda really fast. Should I keep him fast or just do like a crit damage set?
I do my fastest crit damage set, although it is helpful if Yoda goes first. We're still exploring this, and we don't want to go too crazy into the arena stuff because that's not really the point of these videos. But when Yoda went behind Darth Revan, I had problems. So if you can keep Yoda fast and a crit damage set, that's the best. Otherwise, just leave him fast. Put crit damage on Ahsoka, put crit damage on Anakin. And I was thinking of putting crit damage on General Kenobi because I'm crazy like that. I was going to do it. And I'm going to see what kind of fireworks happen because of it.
Okay, well, I can't. I don't think I can. Well, I'm lazy and I'm just going to do
it doesn't have to be faster than every team. Just a team so you can test it, really.
Oh, yeah, everybody's going to see my fastest.
Oh, you got good mods.
This is it. This is it, boys. 321. That's it.
Mine is only 4 higher than yours, and you complain about speed. Come on.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't really. I've got a set or two of good speed. I'm just missing those raid drop only pieces on Darth Revan.
I've been trying to increase my max speed for like 6 weeks every single day, and I can't do it.
You're
Nothing I do
lot.
helps. I can't get them at all. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm farming mods from challenges now. Okay, so I think Tween.
Try Overkill. He's usually kind of like in the middle of the pack.
What is he? I guess I don't really. Oh, he's a little. Well, I'd speed him. Yeah, let's just.
Yeah, that's as long as you do. And
I almost just went into battle with.
Do you know how many times I've done that when I'm trying something?
I want to test something and like, oops. Okay.
That's when I spend the 50 crystal refresh because I'm not waiting again. Mm-hmm. I need my payoff.
Do I have? Okay, I'm not gonna mess with. I did go through and put some 6. Oh, I didn't. Whatever. Let's just
try it. Let's see what happens, and then we could always. Then we could spend some time reworking it and see what the difference is.
Okay. I'm just making sure I do in fact have a mod on these guys. Okay. So let's see. Let's see if I do some terrible gameplay or something cool. Should I do tenacity up?
Yeah, I think it's the safest play. Plus, remember, it gives you protection, so you can start weathering some of that storm.
There's that Zeta. Okay. Heal?
I would dispel here. Don't use the big hit.
Go basic.
Yeah.
All right. And go after HK.
Yeah, give him healing immunity if you can. Buff immunity is a start. He can't get offense up now.
Oh, this is looking
not
looking good.
It's not. You've already lost Savior. This is what I was saying, guys. It's not just going to work out of the box.
Okay, well, might as well.
Oof. There, he got healing immunity. So if you really need to get past that one turn, really, where Yoda dies, and that's when you finally start establishing sort of your feet underneath you.
Right.
Once you get tenacity up and you get rid of the debuffs, and they really can't get into you, the team holds. But it's rough. You're letting them do AOE fear on everybody and still trying to recover.
Yeah, so groundbreaking stuff, Myth. You should probably look at your mods if you want to try and fight a Darth Revan team.
When I sat down and remodded them, it got better.
Yeah.
The first couple of battles, I played a lot of battles where I got destroyed just like you did. So I don't want you to think you're done. It's RNG dependent right now, but there's a lot of teams you could plug in and you could play 175 battles and you will not win 175 times in a row. If you can get a win, if you can see an opening, it means there's something there. There's something to explore.
Were you interested in playing one?
Yeah, I'll play one. Let's do it.
Okay. I just tabbed over to you.
Just make my screen bigger on so I can do it. Behind the curtain. Perfect. There you go. I don't know what place I'm in. I've left this in all day, so this might be really bad.
Hang on a second. Do some OBS resize magic.
You are a magician. And you need to give me some control here.
There you
Oh,
go.
my mouse is... Yeah, there we go. I got it. All right. I'm still 10. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
Let me see what I have in here. This is a time of day where our arena's sort of slow. And I was playing kind of late into the night. So it's possible just by being high, I stayed high, and everyone... They might just be avoiding me because they don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So actually, honestly, I think that might be accurate. You know, like the Darth Revan is so speed dependent. If somebody changes their mods and it changes their turn order, that can throw your attack off. So maybe everybody it seems like everybody just wants consistency for an easy climb. And when you change your team out, that breaks that.
Yeah, I mean, I think people will just run me over if they tried it, but
sure.
I've tried it against Jedi Knight Revan. It's not too bad. It holds its own. I haven't played with it enough to figure it out, but I think there's something there. So I guess try Booyah.
No. Wait, it's after 2, right?
It's after 2. Yes.
Yeah, I think he's clear. Let me just check real quick.
Yeah, no problem. We don't want to. Poor arena etiquette is not.
Booyah, we're friends with you. We're not gonna screw you. Okay, he just paid out. So,
right.
Go ahead and take the mouse back. And
you want me to try the non-Malak team first? This way, if I jump the hit spot, I won't be able to play it. Let's try this first.
Yeah.
All right. So let me show my mod a little, quickly. So
fast.
I went away from the crit damage set from him to make him faster. This is my best speed set.
Okay.
I figured let's not, mess around.
Yeah.
And this is crit chance, so he really isn't hitting as hard as he can. I'm going to take Shore Trooper out of there. But they're gear 11, so it's not like I can put anything crazy on them. So I just put some decent mods. These aren't great mods. 212, 222. 273 offense. So there's nothing insane going on here. There's room to grow here.
Yeah, you don't have to go for a crit damage set either because they're getting the lead is handing out crit chance up.
And it's handing out a lot of speed. I mean, I know she gets speed bonuses in the beginning, so she's really 250 here. But once I can put my 6-dot mods on her, I have some crazy mods.
Yeah.
Really high crit chance there. I mean, listen, I'm not modding her offense at all here. And we got 35,000 hits from them.
24K. So that was all buffs, and
I could get up to like 4,000. When you're talking about those hits are going to be like 55,000 each.
Oh, that's all your good. You've got all those good crit damage mods 6-dotted. That's right.
Yep, I did. And I'm going to be able to sit down. I'm going to be able to use them. All right, so let's take out.
You're going to go Revan?
Sure. Yeah, we're going to put Revan in. Always missing a mod the whole time.
Oh.
That's awesome. It just shows, that's another layer that shows like it's not even, this isn't optimal in any way.
How was he missing those yesterday?
Yeah.
When you recorded those matches?
Yes. Yeah, let's just pop the other on you. I didn't mod him in any particular way because I don't want him in the squad eventually. So I'm trying not to make it Revan dependent, even though it is. So, all right. As Hatter would say, diver down. I've tried lead openings without using this, but it's iffy if the team is going to survive. You really need the protection up.
You're on 1x. Yeah.
Let's go to 4. Oh, I always get scared. All right, so I've locked on the taunter here. I really just need to get to a point where I can get Yoda's AoE back again and get my feet under me. I don't think I've had Savior used yet, but it's going to be coming out soon. All right, so now just look at what happened there. Okay. All right, so we're in a good spot here. I'm together, and I'm going to be able to cleanse and hopefully get back together here. But if you saw the special, it took the taunt off. So if you're wondering why the Zeta is so good, is it passively took that taunt off, and that's the first thing you really want to do. If we can land healing immunity on HK, we're in a good spot here. Of course, nothing landed. Awesome.
Oh, that assist is so great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So now we're going to have to go to do some work on HK. You can try hitting Bastila and killing her that way, but it leaves you open to
Marauder.
Oh god, I've never tried this team. Oh my god, that fell apart real fast.
Yeah.
And this is what I was talking about. But it's you're getting into the match. I've never played Marauder. I don't know the benefits and the drawbacks of it. So that was, all of this is just experimentation, and you're seeing the process go.
Yeah, Marauder hits really hard.
If you go after Bastila, you could drop her real quick, and then she takes the max health off of Revan. You could drop him real quick. The problem is you activate HK-47 and he starts one-shotting everybody. So there's either way to go. I don't mind spending a couple crystals. We can do another match here.
I'm gonna go through and remod my Anakin.
Right.
I wanted to ask what your take was on. So I mean, like it would be cool. It would be fun and sort of like it would be a flex to use this team to beat an arena team, but honestly, like this is gonna be like a Grand Arena territory war type thing. So what? I know that you're big on defensive Grand Arena teams. What's your take on this one, like offense versus defense, and like the team compositions that you would use? Because Yoda is a big pull for the lead.
So we've had many heated discussions with people about what's right and wrong in this, but this is just my philosophy, and I plan on putting this on defense. I had put it on defense for 3-on-3 because I happen to have the Yoda Zeta, and I want to use all my lead Zetas to make my teams better. And I believe in multiplying the amount of factions and using that to be able to put stronger defenses on. I haven't been cleared in Grand Arena in months. My DP has been 3.8, and right now I just crossed the 4 million threshold. I'm at like 4.03. And it is possible in our bracket, in my bracket, to play defense. And so I try to construct heavy defenses that don't have any fluff. There's no, we're not giving anybody any victories there. You're going to have to earn every one. I plan on putting this on defense. Now, I tested some things yesterday, just kind of non-arena stuff, and some good plugins here are 3PO, Juhani, R2 if you really want to. You could even put it in Wampa because they're going to be spreading around the offense and the crit damage. So there's a lot of things you could put out there. I like Juhani because she hits hard. She gets another dispel. It's another cleanse. It's like a triple cleanse again. And she's a Jedi, so she's getting all the crit damage and all the buffs and tenacity, all that stuff.
That's Juhani now?
Juhani, yeah. And I think that's what I'm going to end up going with. Plus, it gives you a double taunt. So if you're talking about defense, something difficult to deal with, if you could really protect Anakin and Ahsoka and Yoda, then you're talking about a pretty good defensive team who's played that? Who has experience against that? You're going to catch somebody off guard. Maybe they're going to beat it, but there's a good chance they're going to mess up.
Yeah, 3PO is pretty interesting because you can kind of afford, if you're using, so I'm going to bet that most players don't either know how or care to try the CLS counter to Jedi Knight Revan teams, the standard, the old meta or the previous meta. So if you're holding CLS as your Traya counter, you don't need 3PO in there. It's really Chewbacca that's doing the big work. So if you're in that boat, you could not run 3PO on Rebels and it won't really hurt you. And
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I think you're dead on. It's if you're using it for that team or on the fly, realize you don't need it to beat a Jedi Knight Revan, then I think you can looking at your opponent basically.
Yeah.
I think 3PO is going to be the best plugin. I could see just massive damage and a really difficult team to deal with.
Yeah, it's intermediary. That's the Galactic Republic unique, and it's throwing around protection up. So everybody thinks that there's something coming with Padme and Anakin's new Zeta that might revolve around protection up, and then it's boosted defense penetration.
And remember, 3PO gives protection up. Yoda gives protection up. Anakin gives protection up. I think even Ahsoka gives protection up. And General Kenobi has a Zeta that revolves around protection up. So you're starting to see what the developers are thinking. And if you can get all that extra bonus protection, combine it with tenacity up automatically, that's going to make sure that you can't get things like shock so that you can cleanse constantly. Ahsoka's cleanse, Juhani's cleanse, or, General Kenobi has a full cleanse. You're going to be able to, these things are going to work. They're going to function all the time. You're not going to be able to get shut down because this is a high tenacity team.
Does anything bad happen if I use Yoda's AoE here?
The only thing I found is that it sets you open to be killed faster without the protection up.
I don't want to be killed faster.
You need the extra protection just to kind of give yourself some time.
AoE. Oh yeah, that's assist.
The assist is so awesome. So do that. Copy the defense, and then you're gonna get rid of Death Mark. Yep, there you go.
Dispel. Oh man,
it's cool. Awesome.
I mean, the taunt, Malak's taunt comes back, but oof. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
I almost killed Malak.
Yeah, I've killed Malak before. How do you like that? You're right. I've done it. I've went straight after Malak and killed him before with this team.
That's crazy. I mean, obviously I
know this isn't looking great. I get it. It's not looking great, but it's
this is what
but we gave the disclaimer before we did this. So if you're still watching,
I mean, I can't test this in Galactic War because that's stupid. So all that we really have to do, like we could show you a Cantina battle, or I can throw it against all the Darth Revan teams in my squad arena.
Pop back over to me, and I think what we can maybe do later tonight or later this week is when we get near each other in arena, we can start plugging other factions in against this team and see what happens. Take Jedi Knight Revan out, and
we're on you now.
And Night Sisters work. See how it is against CLS. And all right, so let's. I don't like what Marauder did to me there, but let's just try and see what happens here. Hopefully, I can get a good battle, and people can walk away thinking that this actually works.
It was.
Welcome to the web.
It was a huge difference in Anakin with 6 dot mods versus 5 dots. So I have to assume that Ahsoka at Gear 12 will help the team move a lot better.
Absolutely. And all right, so look. All right, here we go. This is good. I got healing immunity on HK. And
Oh,
watch. Now, she's not going to crit because Jedi clearly can't crit HK, but we can get rid of him. If you can get
oh
rid of
my
him, now,
gosh.
okay, here we go. Now, this is if your speeds are higher, not against the elite teams, but we're in a good position right now, and they really haven't done much.
Yeah, I mean, HK's the most anti-Jedi on the team, and he's out.
All right, so now we want to cleanse Kenobi. So Kenobi can see what's happening every time they take a turn. I'm going to give advantage to everybody. See, every time they take a turn, it's a cleanse. And then the fireworks are going to start. Watch this.
Oh, nice dodge.
Yeah,
Lucky
Malak dodges the
dodge.
force. Look at that.
Oh!
Oh, my God. And watch this. Hey,
They
no more taunt.
counterattack. Oh, I forgot.
Guess I'll kill you.
All right. All right. I am entertained.
Are you not entertained?
Holy smokes. I don't care if they come back and beat you. That like this is cool.
Look how fast they're going. Look how fast they're going.
They are. No, you're right.
Dude, look how many turns they're taking. It's crazy. How dare you hit my Anakin like that? My Annie. If I lose this match, I'll be shamed forever.
All right, Sith Troopers down. Just stuck on the taunt. Oh, come on. Can Yoda do it? Of course he can.
He can do it. It's Yoda.
I think he did it.
Ba-boom. And how much fun is that team?
That's
Look at all
awesome.
the mechanics.
That's awesome.
Basically, you know how much speed they get from all those debuffs, and it's almost like time stopped for them.
Oh, man. Yeah, and Booyah's good.
I can't wait to watch that again. I think that's a good way to leave it, is that, you too can live your dreams and go this way. Yes, I'm at the 200 refresh. I spent a lot of time playing a lot of battles, but that's what science demands.
That's how it works, right?
That's it. If you want to, you got to put if you want to do it for the public, you want to help people, you got to put your own, energy, sweat, and crystals into it.
All right, Myth, I'm determined to match your I don't think I want to do it right now, but I'm gonna snoop your mods and try and see if I can replicate it, because I've got a Gear 12 Anakin. I think I'm a little in front of you on the gear, so I should be able to make that work, right?
I absolutely think you can. Once I get Gear 12 on both of them, I'm really going to set this in a more serious way and see if it can be a consistent arena counter. And I really do want to spend the time with you, if we can find some time to test them against other metas, so we can develop non-Jedi Knight Revan teams with this.
Yeah.
And give people some advice. What's going to work out there? What's really going to be sick? But if you could take out that team like that, it's not going to be fun to play on defense.
That's a pretty good bar. I mean, that's the current meta. Yeah.
It's a start.